Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and Black Ice version 11.3.5 and the Germany campaign. This did win out on the vote, and we're going to be doing something a little bit different with Germany in this campaign. We're actually going to do something that is... Oh, there you go, I'm listening to an Oblivion analysis at the moment. But we are going to be doing a Let's Play campaign where we're going to be doing a little bit more diplomacy and espionage than we normally do. We're going to try and get a lot of our kind of neighbours into the Axis as quickly as possible, with the exception of some countries, but we're also going to spend a little bit on trying to get places like Brazil and possibly even Argentina. Are you ideologically similar? You are. Into the Axis as well. So we're going to do something, as I say, a little bit different. So, yeah, that should be fun. Now, to kind of kick this off, we're going to get some spies being built up. And I can see that we're currently losing... Yeah, so we're getting that much due to leadership. So we're falling away a little tiny bit. But we're going to play on speed 4/5 to kick this off while we wait for events to pop. So we're going to do general economy. And we're going to do closed hangar. And we are going to do a little bit more naval as Germany. That was a request in the comments. And, well, let's give that a go for something a little bit different. This campaign might go horribly or it might go great. Now, I have set kind of tech. You know, a lot of our decisions and things are all done. And that's because going through all of that does take up a fair amount of time. But we've got you know, politics and things as I kind of see fit. We're building up, if we can, a little bit of counterintelligence and national kind of espionage bonuses and things in an attempt to build up quite nicely. I can see we've got fractured government, so we want to try and get that that ruling party support in our favour. Now, we're going to do light aircraft, and I think it's diesel, isn't it? Oh, it's gasoline. Okay, gasoline. I haven't got weld there. I'm assuming we've got weld here. Yeah, so it's gasoline weld. So light aircraft, gasoline, yeah, welded armor. Armor build time goes up a little bit off the back of that. And, oh, hello Switzerland. Okay, and then we've got some events that have kicked off. Nothing bad about that. Budget reserves. Yes, I do want results. Revolts. Yes, I do want bloody invasions. Scripted invasions, yes, and then, yeah, we've got a couple of things to lose a bit of supplies. Do we want an experienced Wehrmacht division, first of all? I would say yes. And I'm happy to do that. And I probably want to do both of these. So I shall. And then we're going to want to keep building on up. And we've set up our industry and the like. So we're going to get out all the stuff that is going to be relatively quick first of all. Now, we could give them money for rare materials, but I don't want to do that at the moment. We want to build up money if we can. And we want to get the spies going. So, yeah, we're up to 10 there, so that's good. And then I want to start thinking about influencing nations soon. But we will do a little bit more on officers just for now. Once we're kind of past the 5th, we'll go on speed 5. Okay, yeah, so we're currently at -5 on that one. Nationalise the private sector. We can build the Berghof and experienced, yeah, another veteran unit here. Let's combine both of them. And yeah, we'll keep Dietrich in place. And then the Führer bunker group. Perfect. Now I have set up my units as well to be a little bit better on the old supply front. And we'll do ahistorical full divisions. And we'll create an army group, and we'll do the historical build-up. Okay, Fascist Militia Brigade. Now, I'm going to do normal for this, because or easy, sorry, because I just can't see the point in all of this, so Yeah, and we will go for the 28 centimeter guns, just because it'll be a little tiny bit quicker. And yeah, they are at the bottom, which is good. We're actually going to shift you to the bottom as well, because 5 IC on that doesn't make a lot of sense. And put a little bit more into supplies, because we're going to have some events going for supplies soon. And I want to get up to over 1,000 a day if I can. So we'll keep 100 IC in our production queue. And yeah, you're now at over 1,000 a day. Create your battle commanders, and yes. And yet another veteran HQ. So we can build up 3 units now, so energy for money, sure, metal for money is good as well. A little bit more supply there. And then Japan. Japan. When can I influence you? On the 8th at midnight, okay. And okay, so fuel for money, energy, and energy is all fine. We will commission the ship. Although that's a relatively large increase. No, we will commission. And we'll attach them in. A little bit more on supplies, because we're getting over 30. Well, we get 30 a day on down days. And let's get Mr. Reichsführer in. But let's replace him with Steiner. Yeah. A little bit more on upgrades. Let's take it out of upgrades and put it all into supplies. Because, as I say, we've got some annoying events upcoming that are going to cost supplies and money and rares. And yes, we can start working on Japan. So we're going to influence Japan towards us. Good. Okay, and when we get to the end of January, we should have enough spies to start thinking about what we want to do on the spy game. Okay, so the first of our new ships out. Okay, good going. Yeah, I'm happy to give a little bit of metal away. That's no problem with me. Okay. Okay, I think we're building up quite nicely. Now, yeah, I know I'm making a lot, but I don't really care about that at the moment. Okay, so we'll lose 15,000 supplies for the Winter Olympics. Just had a submarine finish up. Now, yes, that takes all the other submarines down a little bit, which is good. And hello, Bon. And we'll postpone both of those. Okay, we're up to 57 spies, which is not bad. That is good. So that's a decent, probably 4 nations that we can start getting going on the spy game. And I think we're going to start with the majors and things. So we're going to look at Italy. We're going to do covert operations. For Japan, we're going to do covert operations. For the UK, we're going to increase threat. And for the Soviets, we're going to increase threat as well. Okay, so tank destroyer, the light, yeah. Budget limitations, so amphibious armor, recon detachment. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do police buildings. And then we've got a rocket test site that is going to get built up. So we're going to lose a little bit of everything. But it will finish tomorrow. Okay, we can reclassify them. And yes, 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 yes. That's all good. Right, rare materials. I will do a little trade with Italy because it just helps support them a little bit. And I want to be at a nice round 100, please. I want to really work on that production queue and get it sorted. Okay, so Hitler demands a panzer force. Fine. Just attach that person in. Energy for money. And yes, there's our police buildings. Okay, so we get a big debuff on that front. Okay, and then just waiting on the Summer Olympic Games now. Okay, so 10,000 supplies. Gain a bit of unity. Nothing bad about that. And yeah, I don't need fuel, thank you very much. Money for fuel. We're up to 46, so when we get to 50, we'll have a further look at the old spies. Okay, 53. So now, let's look at nations where we've already got a little bit of a foothold. So, Brazil. We've already got a foothold with you. Let's influence you. And Sweden, we're already influencing you in our direction. So, let's have a little look at these other countries then. So, we want to raise our popularity with some of our neighbours. So, we want to go for Czechoslovakia. And we want to support our party. And we want to do the same thing in Austria, where we want to support our party. But then after that, we want to have a look at countries like Brazil. And we want to do covert operations. And then we want to look at countries like Yugoslavia. Begin influencing them in our direction. It's up to 14 now, losing a little bit on officers. Okay, and then Turkey, we also want to do some work on them as well. So if we get to Turkey, or there we are, Turkey, and we want to do covert operations on them as well. We're already influencing them, right? Yeah, we are. Good. Okay. Happy days. So we're going to sacrifice a little bit to do this. But then if we have a little look at what we've got going on. So we've got Brazil that we're working on. Then yeah, we need to get free in both of those. So, no, but we will do that metal trade. And then I guess it's Bulgaria as well that we could consider trying to work towards. So let's get them as well. And then on the intelligence front, let's do a bit of covert operations on them as well. Okay, we will trade with Brazil. We'll do that rares trade. Because we want to build a good friendly relationship with them. The Dutch, not so much, but I mean, we've got money to spare. Let's get up to 10k and then we can consider it. And you know what, we'll do it with Italy. And we'll continue our China work. I don't want to trade with you. And then Hungary is already drifting towards us. But we haven't got any spies dealing with them at the moment. So let's do a bit of covert ops with them. And it's the second. So we will bounce that with them. We'll bounce that with them. So what we're doing here is we're lowering the neutrality of all of these countries. With one eye of trying to get them into the Axis. Okay, and yeah, they've spawned in the capital, which is fine. Okay, so we gain a little bit of these two, but gain some manpower, a little bit of money. We'll take that. And yeah, I want motorized engineers. And we're now only hemorrhaging 22, which is good. So losing a little bit of fuel. But I'm liking these trades with Portugal. Okay, not worth it, sure. We won't support the Republic. We will let the Republic flounder. And when we get up to about 50,000 in supply, then we will lower where the supply level is. Okay, let's put a few planes kind of dotted around. Just fill up the air bases as needed. And then, now that we've done that, let's get you up to 30. Beautiful, nice round. In fact, let's put you at 140 and then we can put the extra into here. So nearly 18% production-wise in there. And we are about to have a whole bunch of planes and things finish up, which is good. Okay, metal for money. Okay, and yeah, a huge amount of units coming online. Okay, yeah, money for fuel, no thank you. But a couple more destroyers, which is good. And can't lower neutrality yet here, but we can in Turkey, can in Bulgaria, can't in Hungary. Not worried about Romania for the moment. We're already doing our business in Sweden with a support party mission, aren't we? Ah, we're not. Okay, so we also need to deal with Sweden. So if we look at Europe and we go to Sweden, let's support our party. Okay, good. Let them build up. Export of zinc. I don't think we need to do that at the moment because we're still making over 131 a day. The UK wants to do a deal with us in relation to rares. Now for 57, with the amount of money we have built up, I would say that's probably worth it to take that green. So we will do that. Okay, so economy looking pretty good. And do we care about that? It's a good question. Do we care? I'd say, bah. Cool blends. Yeah, that's not what I want. Didn't want it to land there, but oh well. Okay, 4 infantry divisions that will take us 4 units. Okay, so they're fine to load up there. Chuck any old commander on. And we don't mind where they land. Okay. A little bit of energy for money, sure. We can afford to go a little bit lower on supply for a second, just because we're building things up, and we're now doing nearly, very nearly, a full production queue, which is good. And it's going to get us more supplies, a little bit more money, just gets rid of, adds a bit of build time, which not something I'm too worried about at the moment. And with a full production queue, we can start doing a few other things. So it's the 6th. Let's lower neutrality. Let's get a little bit of the lowering going across kind of the world. We've just got certain nations that we want to kind of bring into the clique. Now, the moment that we get some of these guys in, that's going to help us immensely. So Brazil, covert, so it's covert in Brazil, covert in Bulgaria, in Hungary, in Italy, in Japan, not in the Soviet Union, in Sweden it's not, but in Turkey it is. And they're nicely going towards the Axis, which is good. Okay, twin engine airframe. Don't care about any of those particularly. Let's do machine gun focus and get that going. And yeah, we're not letting many officers come into the officer corps at the moment, but we're not expecting war. So therefore, I say we let that drag a little bit. So artillery brigades has improved. Get incendiary bomb, and we can think about twin engine bomb bay. We've got the Summer Olympics event coming up soon, which is going to cost us a fair amount of supplies. So I'm happy to keep supplies going a little bit longer. Right, heavy AA guns. Sure. Right, we're over halfway through tech. Which is good going. Okay, so November for kind of you, but we've got a load of them to finish up kind of earlier than that. So that'll bring these dates forward a little bit. Those submarines will help with getting the other submarines out a little bit quicker. And yeah, we can take that trade. Thank you, Brazil. A little bit more on the old submarines. Okay, with 24 left, that's a fair amount that we have in the pocket that we can do. Do armor plate thickness, and we can do welded armor construction. Get both of those knocked on the head. This is painfully bad. Yeah, controllable propeller pitch and light aircraft construction are two big wins. Okay, big heat wave. Doesn't impact us. And I was expecting another unit out, but nope, that's fine. And you know what, the Dutch? We will do a little trade with you as well. Right, medium fuel tank at 36. Yeah, we'll let that... Oh, that's at 37. That's the one that finished. Let's do lightweight construction. Yeah, that takes a little bit out of there. Energy for money, sure. I don't mind trading fuel, so yeah, 10 there, 0 there, 12 here, so we were lagging a little bit on that one. Okay. We're doing a good job of kind of going around and keeping a handle on all of this. Controllable propeller pitch. And onto submarines and some naval things in a second. So that's relatively good. So we've built up those ships out of their mothball. We're going to stop when we get to about 90k. Oh, police center. Sure. Improve security units. Very good. Long range subs. Okay, and a nice round 40 that we have to deal with. Okay, large fuel tank. Engine airframe, happy to let both of those go. Okay, and they're all done, so that's fine. There's a few 36 level techs that we need to get on subs. Okay, submarine hull, very nice. Okay, so now that we're in the 20th, no, we're still under the effects of a debug. So we could do Budapest though. Didn't have enough points there. What about Japan? Nope. Check again in another week. And let's have a little look at the threat. So Soviets 4.1 for the British, which is something interesting. Energy for money. Okay, another submarine that's come out. Okay, let's move a little bit into... let's keep the supplies going for a second. I keep forgetting about the bloody winter... The Summer Olympics. But let's see if there's anything. No, there's nothing there. Right, you're already done. You're already fine. And what about Brazil? No. We'll wait for it to be next month and then see if it comes through then. I see mass offense. Now, in anti-tank, I can see, yeah, basic anti-tank ammunition. as well as submarine crew berthing. And then, yeah, there's some escort techs and things to think about. So, money for crude. It's a lot of crude if we were to take this. But it does also take up all of our income. So I'm going to say no. Expand our manufacturing. Oh! And we did get... Ah, good. We got a good pop that time. That was much better. Basic, which can lead to advanced. Alright, and we've now found ourselves on low popularity, which is not good. But it'll be fine. Okay, so there goes Weaver. And we'll focus on those ones just to get some planes. And we can immediately finish that one again. So that actually takes that up to 1940, which is quite an improvement. And then we can take a look at submarines, but we can go on to escorts, get the warship armament. And yeah, put a little bit more into officers just to keep that going. Okay, so 0.9 money. No, we'll do the crew trade though. And we'll also do our lower neutrality run. Because the aim is to get all of these guys into our faction as quick and painlessly as possible. So they're on the way. Need to be at 60. So we've nearly got Italy in, which is good. Won't take much more to get them into place. Apparently we're wasting a little bit on production, but that's fine, and we've now brought those down to November. And we get our first wave of industry in that time as well, so that's good. Radios. Sure. Small warship engine. Do those trades with our neighbours just to keep them going. Fuel for money. Sure, why not? And then there's going to be some industry stuff that we're going to want to get soon. Yep, small. Yep. There's a few like basic warship techs, and there we go. Italy's finished off Abyssinia. Apparently, espionage is causing us a bit of a problem at the moment, but that'll be okay. Ah. Yeah, we've already got that neutrality one. Yeah, there we go. You're at 2. Boom. Sometimes it happens a little bit quicker, which is why I'm checking these, because sometimes it immediately kicks. Because we've got like Italy now at 28.16. Sure, Siam. Right, seaport. And what about you, Bulgaria? Nearly forgot. It'll be Italy, hopefully, again soon. I will have enough covert points. keep lowering that down. Yeah, look at Japan. In fact, yeah, it's better to look in there. Yeah, it's now cascading. Truck and primer. Along with the seaport ones both being finished. And yeah, troop ship flotillas are useful to get. Especially if we're considering a South American campaign. And another submarine. Okay, so we're only making, you know, we're going to want to improve some of these resource generating areas. So, like 20 steel is very good. As is 38 coal. So Sarbuk and Saar Louise. So 13's not so good, but that coal field's definitely worth investing in. Bitburg, yeah, I'd say that coal field was worth investing in. Aachen of 14 and 26, yeah. Okay, 10 and 20, not so much. 8 and 16, not so much. 16 and 42, yeah. Dortmund is worth chucking in some stuff for. And yeah, so 13 might actually be worth doing, but we'll stick with this for now. Now, is there any rares that we want to try and build up? So like Nuremberg's worth 4, 1. What about Berlin? Do you have anything useful? So you do have 8 rares, so we'll build up that. And 5 rares in Dresden. And I know there's always this province, which is worth 5 as well. So we'll do that. And then we can move these down. So the 20, 30 or so IC gets taken off that requirement. So 194. And then the rares are all quite expensive, but the rest of them are quite cheap. When these destroyers finish up, that'll free up another 12. So broadly, the ICQ will be at its best potential. Okay. So we can order the battleship Bismarck. Now, production-wise, we can put a little bit into upgrades. Okay, we want a university. And we want to get rid of the descent associated. Okay, that helps us immensely. We can build up officers for just a tiny bit. And let's get any text kind of associated down here that we feel like will be useful. Machine gun focus at 38. So we're going to have some very nicely laid out tech on that front. We'll let the casting one go. Keep that money amount going on up. We'd like it to get towards like 30k again would be good. Okay, you've had your 5 there. Yep. Turkey was on 7. What about Japan? Nope, you're not quite at the races. But Brazil is. Okay, and how is Italy doing? They're at 23.5, so that's not bad. So, we are going to massively support the nationalists. We want to see a nationalist win. Okay, and yeah, let's get the full production queue going. It's going to give us a little bit of a up on our tech as well, which is the only reason why we send support, is purely tech. Okay, put another unit over here actually. We did want to get dual purpose guns, which is good. Right, incendiary bomb. Okay. We're now over 6. Happy days. Okay, coming up on July. Good. Tank destroyer is about to finish up. Now, I don't think we're going to do carriers, because the investment for them is quite extreme, and we should be able to use our twin engine tech to achieve a similar aim, especially if we can take bases kind of across Europe. Neutrality in that one. Not so much there. So supporting our party isn't leading any results in Austria at the moment, which is a bit of a shame. And we need to get in Turkey. The money. Postpone that. When Italy finishes off, that'll help us a lot. Japan. Yeah, okay. Anyone else? No one else above the 5 threshold, that's fine. Turkey's back above it, but are they on a cooldown? They are. Brazil, though? They're probably not. Nope, okay. We're making decent inroads on all of these. So, I need to be at like 84, so that's not too bad. And we managed to get medium popularity back. That is doubly good. And what I'm going to do is, because we're lacking a little bit in spies, I'm just going to pump a little bit more in, just so that we get an extra half a spy, sorry, a day. And then the small news and politics should help us as well. So let's break the reds. And it does look like they are expanding outwards. Okay, advanced training centers, very good. And let's take out that one there. to Dabba Massacre. Okay, and the hope is that this little industrial push that we're doing will build up our economy enough for us to not need to worry too much about anything else. Okay, so there's the Summer Olympics event. I guess there's a little bit of everyone liking us. And yeah, we are slowly but surely influencing some of these nations away from the Allies. It'd be great to get Finland in. But I can see that, you know, the Axis is driving a lot of nations away from the Allies at the moment. Energy for money. Armor plate thickness at 38. And just fair punked. Okay, Italy's cancelled a few trades. Let's make sure that doesn't become the norm. Lower neutrality across those states. Japan, nope, they're happy. And Brazil. Okay, good. So, anyone else? Turkey was at 5, but I've just done it. So the chances are I won't be able to do it again. What is their neutrality? They're at 71. That's pretty good. So Yugoslavia's at that level. Bulgaria's at 82. 47. And I imagine, yeah, Italy's about to wing in our direction, which is good. We're not actually losing any national unity, which is positive. So that's what we'd want. Okay, August. Yeah, metal for money. Thank you very much. Turkey, we'll do that. Energy for money, Romania, we'll do that as well. And an automotive factory and Goering's 4-year plan. So we'll have to put Goering in control, sadly. Ah, we got Dresden. That's another favourable pop. So we lose metal and money, but we gain some supplies. Basic anti-tank ammunition. Did that unlock any tank stuff? No. We can do cav exploitation, and then we've got the political indoctrination to do. Okay, Brazil's got a possible pop, that's fine. Bulgaria, sure. What about anyone else? Turkey had some points, yeah. Italy? Anyone else? Japan's at 5. Okay, we're eager to get some of these guys in. Japan at 43 is pretty good. And I think I see, yes, Italy. So, let's get Italy in. Now, Italy coming into the faction this early is going to be very good, because we're going to get some bonuses. So we get the Pact of Steel and Naval Dockyards. And then we can have a think about what we want to do spy-wise. So if we drop this down a little bit for a second. What we would like to do is we'd like to influence, or at least put some work now into Yugoslavia. So let's have a little look at Yugoslavia. They're already going towards us. Let's have a look at you and start influencing you. Then if we then look at the intelligence stuff and go to Yugoslavia, let's support, or let's go for covert operations. I'm assuming that they're our government type. Well, they're not. We're controlling cause of Yugoslavia. Ah. Well, they shouldn't be cause of yours anyway. Okay, well, that changes things a little bit. Let's stop influencing them. And let's not do them. Let's instead get Portugal. So let's influence Portugal. And then let's put a load into espionage work with them. So if we have a little look at unaligned and we have a look at Portugal. And then if we do covert operations, that should help drive them towards us. Okay, I'm seeing now a little bit of progress in Austria. And then we can take the priority off you and support the ruling party. Okay, so lose a little bit of supplies, but we bring them towards us. Submarine crew berthing, that's fine. Great war analysis. Changes over to there. And then, yeah, there's some naval techs that we want to get as well, because I want to get towards Marines. Because if I'm wanting to do this invasion up here, I'm going to need to do some sort of naval landing work. And, yeah, I can trade with you. I don't want to bring in that, though, if I can help it. Thank you very much. Where are these guys at? So Brazil. How are you looking? Nope, you're not wanting to go yet. Hungary, though. Yeah, okay. Hungarians just got popped. And maybe Turkey as well? No. Right, I'm going to call it an episode here. Thank you very much for watching. Look forward to seeing the next episode of Hearts of Iron 3 and the new Germany campaign. Thanks again. Bye-bye.